Welcome back students. So what are we going to continue with? We will continue with this particular chapter called Components of Food, which we had started the previous day. So what are we going to learn in this particular chapter? We had finished till carbohydrates. Today we will go to the next part. So what are we going to start with? We will start with proteins. So if you see the first point, proteins are made up of carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen and oxygen. If you remember, carbohydrates were made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Proteins also constitute same carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But additionally, it also has nitrogen. Proteins are made up of amino acids. What are amino acids? If you have ever seen a beaded necklace, then the beads in the particular necklace are all amino acids, and these amino acids, they join together to form a protein. So individual beads are the amino acids and the entire necklace is a protein. So proteins are made up of amino acids. Proteins are needed for growth and repair, hence they are called bodybuilding food. If you ever have any injury, you will see that usually you are being required to have more amounts of protein, that is more amount of fishes, more eggs, more meat, more milk. So what are these proteins doing? They are actually helping you in growing and repairing. Hair and nails are mostly made of protein. So your hair and nails, as you can see, they are made up of proteins. Our body uses protein to build and repair tissues, as mentioned before as well. We also use protein to make various body chemicals. So there are many chemicals in your body that are giving rise to a lot of changes in your body. What are these chemicals? Namely the enzymes in your body, the hormones in your body. Mostly they are proteins. Protein is an important building block of bones, muscles, cartilage, skin and blood. So apart from hair and nails, proteins are also present in bones, muscles, cartilage, skin as well as blood. Pregnant women and infected people need more proteins. Why? Pregnant women may need more proteins because the proteins are required for the fetus to grow, and infected people need more proteins because they have to fight the infections. Children with protein deficiency are underweight. So if there is any kind of protein deficiency in your body, then the child will be underweight. Finally, we will see how we test for the presence of protein in a food. How will you understand that a particular food material is a protein or not? So what you have to do is, you will take the crushed food sample that has been provided to you. You will add 10 drops of water to it in a test tube. Then 2 drops of copper sulfate solution, which is there in the lab, is supposed to be added to this mixture, and 10 drops of caustic soda. If a violet color is seen in the test tube, then it confirms the presence of protein. If violet color is not observed, then the food material is not protein. Here I have another game for you, like the previous one. I have listed a lot of proteins in this particular picture. Now, how many of you can come up and tell how many proteins are there? How many can you name? Let's have a game. I give you the opportunity of finding out and analyzing how many proteins are there and how many can you identify. List it down in the comment section below with your name and class. Now let's move on to fats. So what are fats? Fats also contain carbon, hydrogen, but less amount of oxygen as compared to carbohydrates. Fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerol, like proteins are made up of amino acids. Fats are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. Excess energy in our body is stored as fat. Hence, fat is also called the energy bank. So whenever we need energy, fat is what we are utilizing to gain energy. Fat also acts like a cushion. Why does it act like a cushion? To protect your inner organs. There are numerous inner organs in your body. If a blow or if any injury is done on one of them, then the fat actually acts like a cushion and protects your internal organs from any sort of injury. Fat prevents heat loss. So if you have, your body is continuously producing heat, right? So how are you preventing the loss of heat? Fat is preventing the loss of heat in your body. Obesity is generally caused by eating too much and moving too little. So if you do not exercise properly, if you do not play, if you do not have any sort of activities going on, physical activities, then the person will become obese, meaning the person will become fat, and that is extremely unhealthy. Now, how will you test for fats? If you have ever seen, if you have taken paratha in a white paper, you will see that the paper turns translucent, meaning it is not transparent. Transparent completely allows the light energy to pass through it, the light to pass through the paper. But translucent doesn't allow complete passage of light. You cannot see through it completely. You can see it through it partially. So if you take the crushed food sample on a white paper and crush it even more, the paper, if it turns translucent, it means that fat is present in that particular food item. Another game for you all, you have to identify the fats which are shown here. There are a lot of examples of fats that I have shown here. Your job is to identify them and write it down in the comment section. So basically you're going to identify proteins and you're going to identify fats. Let's see who can identify most of them. Now we will come to vitamins. What are vitamins? Vitamins are essential for growth and maintenance. It does not provide any energy. So your energy providing food mainly encompasses carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Vitamins are essential for growth and maintenance. Vitamins help in protecting our body against diseases. So what are vitamins doing? They are protecting your body against various diseases. They also keep our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Some of vitamins are soluble in water, whereas the others are not. So there are two types of vitamins, one which is water soluble and the other is fat soluble. So which are the fat soluble vitamins? Vitamin A, D, E and K. They are stored as fats in your body. And which are the water soluble vitamins? Vitamin B and C are water soluble vitamins. Now let us have a look at the various fat soluble vitamins. Vitamin A. What is the main function or significance or activities done by vitamin A? It promotes growth, keeps the skin healthy, helps in normal night vision. And the sources are green leafy vegetables, carrots, ripe tomatoes, pumpkin, cod liver oil, liver, etc. Some pictures are attached for your understanding. The next is vitamin D. What is vitamin D doing? It helps in normal growth of your bones and teeth. Milk, fish liver oil, egg yolk, exposure to sunlight. This is a very important thing. The more you go to sunlight, the more vitamin D is produced in your body. Some pictures are given for your reference here as well. The next is vitamin E. It helps in normal reproduction, meaning reproduction and growth of cells. So green leafy vegetables, butter, tomatoes, gram, wheat germ oil, all of these are various examples of food sources which provide vitamin E to your body. And the final one is necessary for clotting of blood, which is vitamin K. So if you have a cut, you will see that continuous loss of blood doesn't take place. Your blood undergoes clotting. This vitamin K is helping in the clotting of blood in your body. Examples: cauliflower, cabbage, tomatoes, egg yolk, etc. Now let us have a look at the various water-soluble vitamins. The first one is vitamin B9. 9 is written at the bottom. This is how you will write it in the exam as well. Folic acid or niacin. These are two names of vitamin B9. So you have to keep in mind all of them. Anyone can be given in your assignments or exam. What is the physiological action? It helps in the formation and maturation of red blood cells. So you have red colored blood, right? So where is the blood getting the red color from? These red blood cells are giving the red color to the blood. They have a particular pigment which is red in color in them, which we will learn in the next classes. The sources are green leafy vegetables and sprouted beans. Pictures are attached for your understanding. Then comes vitamin B12 or cobalamin, necessary for the formation of healthy blood. So healthy blood formation is done by vitamin B12. Liver, meat, eggs and milk. These are few examples. Vitamin C or ascorbic acid. For healthy teeth and gums, improves appetite, prevents scurvy. Scurvy is a particular disease which is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C. What is vitamin C doing? It is improving your appetite. It is also helping in healthy growth of the teeth and gums. When you come to the market, you will see there are numerous fruits available which are citrus fruits. Citrus meaning they are a little sour, like amla, lime, lemon, orange, guavas. All of these fruits are rich source of vitamin C. So every day having a fruit is very, very important. Then vitamin B1 or thiamine. It is necessary for growth and essential during lactation and pregnancy. So when a mother is nursing a child, is pregnant with a baby, at that point providing vitamin B1 is very important. And the sources are milk, seafood, soya bean, wheat cereals, green vegetables, etc. Then comes vitamin B12 or riboflavin. This improves growth and general health, essential for reproduction, lactation and respiration. So these are a few sources of vitamin B2. Some of the examples are milk, peas, beans, yeast, meat, eggs, bananas, cherries and raisins. So please make sure you understand all of these very well and remember them. These are a few examples of water-soluble vitamins. We will learn till vitamins for today. The next class we will learn about the next part. Until then, keep studying, keep in track of what is going on in the classes, do your classes properly. Thank you.